Oh, it says we're live. Okay, well, I don't think we got anybody in here right now, but okie dokie, we are live. So, those of you who were going to watch us live on the one I had set up found out that that one's not there anymore. And the reason for that is RC don't know what he's doing. So I set that up and sent it all out and all over every place and, advertised it, if you will, and found out that I did all that on my phone and then I can't stream that one on my computer. And Eric's here. He's going to. So anyway, that's what we got going on today. And we're in the shop here. It's a little cool outside. Somebody keeps texting me or something here. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, well, it's YouTube telling me that I'm live. Well, I'm glad it told me that because I wouldn't have known any other way. Oh, gosh. So, as it says in the title there, we're going to talk about YouTube stuff, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so we got the garage door's down because it's kind of cool out. We'll open it up here in a little bit, but it's still a little cool. I do want to just all my shorts. We got this little doogie whopper here. This is an adapter plate for the carburetor for the C10. And the problem with these, and you would think that, I mean, this is the part that Holley recommends. Okay, so. And I'm okay with that. But the problem with this part is this little area right here. I don't know if you can see very good. Right there where that fancy little thing has the catalog number in it, the part number. Why don't they put the part number here? Because when you put it here like it is, there's not enough gasket sealing right there. Yep. And it blows out every time or it sucks in from use. The vacuum will wear that out and it'll leak right there. So what I want to do today is I'm going to take some short strand fiberglass. We're going to clean this up a little bit, put some short strand fiberglass in there and let that get hard. And then we'll file that down. And then this thing will be ready to put the carburetor on. So I had to do that on the crustychrysler too. It was the same way. So that's why I know that part hasn't changed all these years. And you would think that, I mean, when you buy a carburetor from Holley, that's the part they recommend. Yeah. And so if you're going to recommend that part, then how about recommending the part that's there's surely somebody else in the universe that makes one of these. I mean, I don't know. Over on Mars or Venus or one of them planets, I would think. So
I didn't even know what the problem was going to be, but I could already tell.
You could just look at it.
I knew that's what you were going to say.
Yeah, because look, here's the gasket.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty thin, and you put that up against this, well, like that. I mean, I don't know what that is, but that can't be a 1/16 of an inch.
No.
That's pretty.
It's very, very small.
Very small. So yeah, that's the problem with that. And since I had to change over to this stream instead of the stream that was publicized and advertised, we may not have anybody in here. So I don't know.
Well, if they don't, then.
I guess I can look and see. It looks like somebody's in there. It says one. Are you watching it?
No, I was just going to.
Let me see here.
I hate it when YouTube starts up on something.
Yeah, and I change those settings all the time at mine.
Yeah, it still does.
And 2 days later it'll do it again. So. 2 days later it'll do it again. Oh yeah, it says there's somebody watching, but I don't know who it is. Yeah, I got my volume turned down. Okay. Well, now it says there's nobody in there.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I know it's on your phone and it's on one of my other accounts
So
there.
don't tell me.
Yeah. It's just because you think you know what you got. All right. Well, you can keep them entertained. I'm gonna mix. Oh, well, I'll tell you what we ought to do though. First is we ought to clean that part a little bit. Let me get some brake clean here. I got the new master cylinder put on the truck yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Brakes a lot better.
It actually does, yeah, and it's not leaking brake fluid, so
Yeah.
that's a plus.
I think that was the goal, right?
Yeah, that was one of the goals. And tomorrow I got to take that thing on a trip, so hey, it looks like somebody's in there. Oh, it's Eric Allen Curtis II. Well, hello. Oh, gosh. Let's see.
So the election's about over.
I'm gonna be glad when that happens.
Me too.
I tried to find my garbage collector vest. I was gonna wear that today, but
Yeah.
I couldn't find that.
I've been trying to find an accurate poll
Oh well.
because they're all different.
Oh yeah, they're all different. Well, I don't believe any of that anyway. So, well, let me show you. Did I? I don't know if I
I
saw.
watched the live last night, part of it, until I about fell asleep. But Kennedy was still talking when I went to bed. So
We had a trick or treater last night.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see that very good.
Is it a kid?
Well, I don't want to say who it was.
Oh,
I think it was that guy.
yeah, that's it.
Anyway, yeah, it was kind of funny. I took a picture of that trick or treater because I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right, let me go mix up a little of that short strand fiberglass.
Hey, Steven.
Who's in there?
Hey, yeah, he's here. I am drinking your coffee right now.
Yeah, your dad had a little bit of it left.
Good stuff, too. Yeah, I love it. Well, we'll be working on a carburetor here today.
Yeah, we're mixing up a little short strand fiberglass here. It looks like there's several people in there, huh? Yeah. Good. Yeah, like Eric said, he's drinking some of that coffee, you and your wife there.
Yeah.
I can't, unfortunately, I can't do the caffeine anymore. It doesn't like me too well. But Eric likes it, and I had a little bit of it left over. It's maybe kind of old.
I've got another bag of it at home still.
Just like brand used there, baby.
He had to work on a BBD. What does that mean?
I don't know.
What's a BBD, Stephen?
Oh, he did have a barracuda in his yard. Is that, or he hauled home? I saw that today. Maybe that's what he's talking about. He said he'd been trying to get it to his house for 20 months or something.
Carter BBD is a 2-barrel. Oh, okay.
Oh, Carter. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Well, finally we got, we're going to move up a little bit on the C10. I got to tell you about that C10. So you weren't at the No Name Nationals this year. So I've struggled all last year with that stupid truck. It won't idle right. And it's got lousy vacuum. And so, I see some popped up there. Yeah, it's a 2-barrel. Oh, for the 65 Fury. So, yeah. So anyway, I've struggled with that stupid truck, and I've tried everybody's comments, and everybody's told me what to do, and people even had their hands in there on it down at the No Name Nationals, and nobody can figure it out. So I think there was multiple things going on. There's Tony. Hey, morning guy. Yeah, morning, Tony.
Morning.
So here's what happened when we got back from the No Name Nationals. You might have saw the video, but a lot of you, if you're like me, I don't get to watch everybody's videos. I don't have time. So here's what we found. Eric helped me one day. We pulled the intake manifold off, replaced the gaskets. Well, one of the gaskets was on the exhaust side, or where the exhaust goes through the manifold to heat it, was leaking right there. So there was one of the leaks internally. That was the internal leak. So we put it all back together, still don't run right. Okay, and so all along I have been telling everybody, because everybody says, well, it's a carburetor, it's a carburetor, it's a carburetor. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And I've sprayed enough flammable liquid around the base of that carburetor and the intake manifold and everything while it was running, all along. So no, couldn't figure it out. And I even took that Curtis or Canary's Hot Rod Garage came up, and he brought another Quadrajet that was a good one. We put that on there, still wouldn't run right. But this was the reason for that. I'm thinking now, because I'm getting to the rest of the story here, is because we had that internal leak going on. So we fixed the internal leak, put the carburetor back on. Well, we had taken that carburetor and had it on another vehicle, and it seemed to work okay. So I ruled out the carburetor, and still couldn't figure it out. So about a week ago, I said, okay, now I'm going to find out what's wrong with this car. We got to figure this out. This is ridiculous, because it's not opening up the secondaries, and I need more fuel going into that thing. So
I want to hear the
yeah, I want to hear that Quadrajet sound. So anyway, I started unplugging everything vacuum off that motor. I got it all unplugged, and it still wasn't running right. So I by this time the truck is nice and warm, of course, and so I thought, well, I'm either going to find the vacuum leak or I'm going to burn it down. So I took some carburetor cleaner and just started spraying everywhere on that thing. And come to find out, on the passenger side, on the secondaries, it's leaking around that throttle shaft, and that's what some of you have said it was, but I couldn't find it before. But it also had that other internal vacuum leak, which was kind of pressurizing everything. So I think from the exhaust. So I think that was probably in conjunction with it. So long story short, carburetor shaft's bad. That was a reman carburetor anyway. And I could have bought the kits, the bushing kits, and I could have bought the drill for it and all that stuff. But I chose to do something different. With the help of all of you guys who sent the super chats and all of you who are members. So a little bit of money came through. So we got this.
Ta-da.
Yeah, the Holley 600. And it's got electric choke on it, which I can wire up. That's not a problem. So yeah, so this is what's going to go on there now. So probably some of you might have saw that on the short. So the and we talked about this when we first got going today, but this is the plate that Holley sends out, or recommends for this carburetor for my intake manifold. And of course, now you can't read the maker of it because we filled in all those areas, because I've had these before and they always leak right here. Well, I don't need another vacuum leak. That's what we're trying to get rid of. So we have modified that with some short strand fiberglass. We're going to let that dry and we'll sand it smooth. And we might just get to that today. I don't know. Depends on how, it's kind of cold, so it depends on how long that thing, or how long it takes that to dry.
Steven says I have a Holley that won't idle on my 390.
Oh, really? Well,
always nice when YouTube pays for the parts.
Yeah, it's been well, that's 16 years of doing stuff on YouTube. I guess I get a carburetor out of it. The time has come. Yeah. Oh, Steven. So Tony, let's see. Yeah, he said, morning, guys. Yeah. So we were out at Tony's about a month ago now. It's been that long already. We stopped by and bothered him in his shop one day, and on our way through. Oh, Steven, you don't have to do that, but I appreciate that.
Oh, that's a nice guy.
Yeah, that's for sure. I appreciate that big time. Yeah. Well, it costs you probably know more than me. You're building a house plus hauling in cars and keeping your hobby going. So it's expensive. And Eric is currently out of work and I'm retired. So, there's not a lot of money coming in over here. That's for sure. A
lot more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't mean it that way. You've got work he's doing, but well, maybe that'll all change soon. Who knows? Okay. Well, let's see. I don't know how cold it is out, but let's raise up the door there and
so I get to see you both in December.
That's right. So I haven't seen a date when we're doing that, but what we're going to do, him and Jason, and I'm not sure who else, are going to meet up down at Alex's in Louisville, which is not, I mean, that's it's about a couple and a half hour drive. Yeah. Well, he's on the southeast side, so it's probably more like 3. But yeah, so that's what we're. So I had said, well, I'm coming down too, because I don't remember what they're doing, but he can maybe enlighten us. But
cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So it says, it was definitely cool having you and the missus stop by and hang out. Yeah, it was. And I love the street name that you live on, and the little area is kind of interesting since you're a racing kind of guy. So we are also going to PRI. I'm not sure what PRI is.
Cry.
Well, yeah, I got that.
No, I don't know.
I don't know what channel that is. So he says it's in Indy. Oh, okay. Well, Indy's north of us anymore with the super slab that they put in, it's only about 2 hours and 15 minutes, but
not very long. I'm gonna go
get some coffee. Okay. Oh, Racing Parts Trade Show. Really? Well, that sounds like an interesting thing to maybe go to. I'll have to look that up because we might be able to go to that. Is it at the fairgrounds? They have stuff like that at the fairgrounds all the time in downtown. I'll have to look that up. So yeah, well, again, thanks for the the super chat thing there. That's awesome. And yeah, so you see in the background back here, you know, I keep happening to work on this one, which keeps me from working on this one, because this is the one we're taking to the No Name Nationals next year. And other than the tires and wheels that's on it, they aren't stock, but I'm trying to leave it engine wise and drivetrain wise, excuse me, trying to leave it stock because I want to actually see what the stock Slant 6 will do on the track. And then once we get those numbers, because we got the numbers for the Chevy, we know what it'll do. And if I take it next year too, so with this new carburetor and some stuff, and I think JB's down there is going to maybe help me line up a different rear end for it. And then I would like to see, compare slips from last year to this, or from this last one to next year's.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
See how much faster.
See how much faster it is with a different carburetor and possibly some different gears in the rear end. So.
I doubt you'd be doing wheelies, but it's still, that would be neat.
So Tony says that the PRI is definitely on his list. One of these years, he'd love to make it. Yeah. Well, that's close to us. That's kind of like me with the duct tape drags. I wouldn't mind to go out there, but that is a long. I mean, that's a good haul from here. So. So swap the rear. Yeah. Well, right now it's one wheel peel. And I think JB's got a third member down there. And I believe the gear ratio is just a little bit shorter than what I've got in here. So, and it's going to not make it so great for highway driving possibly. But I could do the Stephen Holtz thing and go down there and swap it out down there and put it in, drive it, and then swap it out and put it back. I remember that year you did that with that Ford. So, yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so that's kind of the plans. But the old Dodge, I just want to see, that thing's only got 92,000 miles on it, and it's been sitting since, well, maybe it's 97,000, and it's been sitting since 1992. But it runs pretty good. I'm working currently on getting a fuel system rigged up in it. Alex from down there at Something Garage gave me a couple of fuel cells. One of them is going to work. So I've got to get that plumbed and get it off of the gas can under the hood. Right now it's got a 1.5 gallon gas can under the hood. So I got to get that taken care of. So. Probably do that in 2025 too. Okay, cool. Yeah, Alex. I never really. I mean, I met him the first time he was at the No Name Nationals, but I never really got to know him any much until last year. Lars and JB were down at his place, and they invited me down, and so I kind of got to know him then, and I just love them Fords he's got, those Grand Torinos, and the Torino wagon is my favorite, I think. So yeah, it'll be a good time. For me, it's not too bad of a drive. Obviously, you're going to be coming from Indy, so it'll be actually, believe it or not, it'll probably take you about the same amount of time to drive from Indy to his house than it will from me to drive from Southern Indiana to his house because of the road situation. I mean, you can get on Interstate 65 out of Indy and you'll be there in no time, but we don't have, we're kind of rural down here.
Yeah.
We don't really have, I mean, we got a super slab that runs through here going east and west, and we'll get on that one and go over to Louisville, but it takes a little bit to get there. So.
Yeah, it's been, I don't know how long it's been that way, but yeah, that road's been there a long time.
I can remember years ago when we played music down in Nashville, it was quicker for me to go to Evansville and go to Nashville, Tennessee, than it was for me to try to drive to our own state capital in Indianapolis, because we could be in Nashville in 2.5 hours, and back then without the I-69,
Yeah.
it took 3.5, 4 hours to get to Indy.
Yeah, you had to go up to Godey and then
All those crazy roads and
Yeah.
through all them little towns, and
turn here.
the
turn
truck
there.
traffic was crazy because it was just 2-lane road, and yeah.
You finally get on 37, you'd be okay. But
We are driving from LA, wow, to Louisville and then up to Indy. Okay, so you're going to Indy after that then. Well, I may try to we may try to see what day that's on. I'm going to look that up, and I might be able to and if you're around, maybe we can slip up there and see that too. That'd be kind of cool. So okay, well, but yeah, I'm looking forward. Are the boys coming with you as well, or down to Alex's and then up to Indy? Just curious. I love all their enthusiasm and interest that they have in the cars.
just Claudia, it looks like.
Oh, just Claudia. Okay.
Cool.
Well, I know it's just it's kind of unusual in this day and time for young people to even care anything about cars. So when I go to the car shows, you might see out of 100 cars, you might see 2 young people with some kind of a project car, and everybody else is old like me, or well, you're not really old, but everybody's older. I will just say that. So
I like Jack from what's his name?
Yeah, Jack from
He has a tree now.
It'll Run. So if you haven't checked, I always get that confused with Steven's channel because his is
Just Drive.
Just Drive It.
It'll
And
Run.
Jack's channel is It'll Run. So anyway, yeah, he's usually at the car show sometimes, and if we're around this area, because he lives in this area.
How old is he? Like 19 or something?
I don't even know if he might be 18,
Yeah.
but he's a senior in high school, or he's a senior this year.
He's
So
very young.
yeah, but he's had a YouTube channel and messing with cars for a while. Oh, the boys are in school. Yeah, I bet so. Yeah, I never thought about that. So anyway, yeah. Well, it's nice that you guys are going to be able to take some time and get out and do some stuff. So I don't know if this is. It's sitting in the sun now, so. Oh yeah, she's getting pretty hard now. We'll let it sit there in the sun a little bit longer. So yeah, excited about getting that carburetor on there. And we had a really good time at the No Name Nationals this year. I didn't concentrate as much on trying to make video and stuff as I usually do. I still made quite a bit. I still took quite a bit of video footage, which I didn't realize, but until I got home. But
we were able to participate in other things and talk to people more. I was.
Yeah, I felt like that was the
I was
case.
usually up in the stands
Trying to film, and I was having you film this and that. And
no, that's all right.
one of the runs that you see me, if you watched any of the stuff I put out, Kim from Kim Fixes Things, she rode in the truck with me, and she filmed me making a run. So that was cool to have that footage. I have to be back in New Orleans for the following Monday for 4 days of class for work. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is my year. So, everybody knows I retired, but I kind of got greedy with needing some money. So I took a contract anyway. And so this contract's not actually going to be up until December of next year. Well, my license runs out in October of next year. So that means this winter, I'm going to have to go do my continuing ed to renew my license one more time. So,
is it going to be worth it?
Well, I have
to pay for that.
I have to pay for it, but I have to do it because I'd be a breach of contract with the government. So yeah, I've got to do it. So I drank so you drank your RCindustry beer last night. Good stuff. I'm trying to think. I think that was. I can't remember what I took this year. If it had an AP on the top of it, it was an apple pilsner, and I think that's what I took down there this year. I can't remember.
That sounds right.
Yeah. So, well, good. I'm glad you liked it. Each year I try to do something different for that. So not everybody drinks beer, but Well, I have used Mr. Beer kits before. In fact, that's kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say that's how I got started, but oh, Lars is in there too. There you go. Yeah, hello. It did have an AP on the lid. Okay. So yeah, so that was an apple pilsner. So basically it was just a kit beer, but it wasn't a Mr. Beer kit. Those used to be really popular around here. You could buy those at out at Rule King, but they don't sell that stuff anymore. Actually, some of that kit beer stuff is actually getting kind of hard to find even online anymore, depending on the brand you want to use. So Lars, Lars, how are you coming with the 351 Windsor? I saw a video of you yesterday, and you were like, you didn't really particularly care for that style of truck, but it's sentimental value, and I kind of dig that. I understand that. I was going to tell you, when you get ready, when you get the thing running, if you, it'd be kind of cool. Maybe we could do a video or something if you want. Could run that thing up here on a good day, and we'll sand that hood down and paint it. The good old RC way of painting anyway. You might not want that. Let's see. I have a friend, and I got some. Oh, that you got some kits for. Yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with those. They actually I make 5-gallon batches. So the Mr. Beer kits are usually like 2.5. So if I do run across some of those and buy them, then I just use 2 mixes at once to make my 5 gallons. So yeah, just like brand used, baby. So yeah. I don't know. I was gonna. That's getting pretty hard. That stuff gets hard pretty fast. Let's see.
You gonna take a real fine sanding paper?
Yeah, and I've got a sanding block here because I don't want to. Let's just kind of want to keep that flat. And I don't want to like blow this. That's why I'm trying to take it kind of evenly. Good. Let me get a file.
Lars said he's on the standstill right now.
Oh, still on the stand.
He'll be back on track after the weekend.
Okay. I don't know. That looks pretty good, actually. Got rid of that little area right there. That's for sure. That's where the problem was on that other one. So tomorrow we got to take the old Chevy on a trip. Oh well, somebody's running down the street. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gunner's got to bark at him. Oh, they were having a field day last night with the trick-or-treaters.
Mm-hmm. I bet. I'm surprised they did it last night with all the rain and stuff.
Let's see. Still on the stand. You just read that one. You mentioned by myself and John Wilburn on Monday afternoon when we pulled the. Oh, okay. So that, see, I just saw the short, so I didn't watch the whole video. I didn't realize where all you were at. So okay. And so they're going to be, so Lars and is going to be down there as well. So probably JB, I'm guessing, as well. So okay, cool. It's easier for me to read it on my phone than try to read it on that computer.
Yeah.
And I said this earlier when we first started. A lot of you probably, I put all the word out about the live at 10 a.m. and set that all up. And man, it's easy to do on the phone. And you set it all up, put it out there, had it on MeWe and Facebook and all that stuff. Only to find out when I set up in my out here today to do this, that I set it up on my phone. Well, you can't do it on your laptop unless you set it up on the laptop. So, technology is nice, but you got to be smart enough to know how to use it, I guess. So anyway, so that's why the original one with the picture of the old Blue Brown on there, that's why that one is not there anymore, because I didn't have a picture of Blue Brown on this laptop. The only thing I had was that old 75 Dodge, the black one, old Blackie. Yeah. That one there is the only one I had a picture of, so that's why that one's on the cover. So anyway. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that either, because I don't remember it being like that before, but anyway. Yeah, don't forget to hit the likes. Thanks for reminding everybody, Stephen. Hit them likes. Yeah. So there is that. Oh, I have something that I was going to tell everybody too. Let me see. Yeah, no, it's got the engines on it. I don't know how many of you saw the video I did a few months ago about this little duker, but man, this thing's handy. Get that old jump box over there, if you wouldn't mind, sir. So this little thing here, this plugs into, plugs in somewhere. I got to remember how to use it. I ain't used it in a while. Oh, it's right here. Yeah. So that plugs into there, like so. All right. That little thing has taken the place of this monstrosity that you. I'm telling you what, that thing is heavy, and Anyway, that's gone. But this little dude here, if you haven't never auto one, they sell a lot of junk on their. I shouldn't say junk, but they sell a lot of stuff on their website. Mostly a lot like LED lighting kits for your cars and all that stuff, which I'm not really interested in. But this little thing here they sent me a few months ago is really handy. So if you haven't, I never would buy one of these because I thought they were a joke. But anyway, that's a nice little piece that's a nice tool, that's for sure.
Well, it's hard to believe.
Yeah, I mean that little bitty thing can, because when I did that video, I took the battery out of this Dodge and just hooked that up to it, and it started it right up.
Yeah,
I mean it's pretty amazing. Rainy Day Auto. Oh well, thanks for wandering in. Yeah, the old Dodge that was pictured is not this Dodge. Obviously, you can tell that. This is a 74. The one that was in the picture was a 75, and that's the one we had on the channel about
Oh, that's probably 3 years ago.
three or four. Yeah.
Maybe 4, yeah.
Was that before the Crusty Chrysler?
It was right after I bought my truck. So I bought my truck in 2020.
Okay, so it's been a while. That's 75. Yeah.
Either 21 or.
That one had a slant six in it too. Well, yours don't. Yours has got a 318, but that old black one had a slant six, but it had an automatic transmission. So
Yeah, you burned a lot of rubber with that thing, did you?
yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good. So, Rainy Day Auto, I came through your neck of the woods earlier in July. Okay. 66 Dart with a 225 slant six. Dropped off the old slant six to Rusty Rat Rod on Saturday. I have a 72. Nope, I'm sorry. I have a 74 D100 with toolbox bed with a slant six. Cool.
Cool. Keep it alive, man.
Yeah, this is a 74, and I've got a toolbox on it too. The reason I put the toolbox on mine is that's where I'm putting my fuel cell because I can't find a gas tank for it. So, oh, you got it freed up. Well, that's cool. So, what area is Rainy Day Auto at? Hey, there's Kim from Kim Fixes Things. Hey. I wondered about, I haven't been able to watch your channel for a while, or you and Buff's channel. I've been busy. I wondered where you were at. The last time I saw the slant six, you had it on a stand, and you were taking the valves out of the head. So that's been a while back. So yeah, I think the slant sixes will be cool. If we can get several people down there this year at the No Name Nationals with slant sixes, I think it would be kind of cool to just, run them. And like I said earlier, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to modify this with any. It's got the little one barrel on it and all that stuff. I just want to run it down the track and see what it'll do, and then we'll build from there because I don't plan on getting rid of it. Unless somebody offers me too much money like they did the LTD, which, by the way, the LTD has changed hands a few times.
Oh, really?
So the guy that bought it for me sold it to this other guy that I ran across, and now he's selling it. So it's back on Marketplace, and he's in that day you went with me up there in that little town we drove through that had that Barracuda sitting there for sale. Well, he's from that area. So the next time I go up that way, I'm going to text him. I've got his number, and I'm going to see if we could meet up. I just want to talk to him about his car because he bought it and was playing with it. It's now got bucket seats in it and some stuff, and I don't know. This is kind of but he said it still runs good, which that's good to know.
That's good.
It did run pretty good for a 351 under glass.
Yeah, after you spent
millions of dollars,
300 years on it. Those are crap motors.
Yeah, that 351 modified was, well, I will say one positive thing about the 351 modified. It does not have a freeze plug on the back of the engine where you have to pull the transmission. And I know that because every other freeze plug in it had to be replaced. Yeah. So one at a time, I didn't do them all at once.
Right. So that is a good thing. Yeah, it's a little less good.
Yeah, we'll have to do a call out for Slant 6 racing with some people. I know, of course, Kim's got her Dart, and I know that Slant Daily Garage, he was there this year, but he didn't have his Slant 6 car there, that I don't think. Anyway, I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
And then I know Jason Falk's got a Slant 6 in his Belvedere, I think. That's the one he took on Power Tour this year. So anyway, so yeah, it'd be kind of cool to get some Slant 6 stuff down there. Let's see, I knew that Shane's car was a 66. Let's see, Mark Lawbliner. I don't know. I can't read that. I don't have
Mark. Log liner.
Okay. Do you guys do only fans?
No.
I would think.
Only fans.
That's correct. Jason's car, and I can't see it because this is in the way, but Jason's car. Yeah, that's Jason's car. So cool. Well, so anyway, so we got this thing kind of cleaned up here pretty good. I've got to take the truck tomorrow over to a state that I don't like to drive in, but I found something that I've got to go pick up for this. And so
The
I'm
Chevy or the Dodge?
the Chevy. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to take the Chevy and drive over west of here to another state and pick up a camper topper for that. So, so it'll be kind of cool. It's an old school one, old aluminum one, and the guy wants a whopping $55 for it. I mean, I can't really pass that up.
That's a gold mine.
Yeah.
If it's in good shape.
Yeah. Well, the pictures on Marketplace make it look like it's pristine. So I'll probably get over there and it'll have bullet holes in it and everything else, but we'll see. Oh, okay. So I don't. Well, I didn't know. Yeah, I still don't understand what all that means, but apparently Stephen Holtz knows what it means, so that's cool.
Yeah, okay. I don't really know.
I don't know. It's beyond my pay grade. So
how's that? Is that smooth?
yeah, I think that's smooth. So that should be. Put the file up on that. But anyway, what I was getting at with the truck is I don't want to. Originally today I was going to put the carburetor on it, but now that I've got to drive it tomorrow, I think I'm going to wait to put the carburetor on it. But at least we got the adapter plate modified, so that'll work. That was important to me. So Kim was in there earlier. So how is, you said that the, let me go back to what she said. The Slant 6 is on the workbench with a pile of parts to assemble. So you've got the parts, then it's just going back together. Well, you guys got a pretty nice shop down there. I got to visit them. Yeah. Well, Eric and I both did this summer. We drove the Oldsmobile 98 down there. That was a trip. Okay. But anyway, yeah. So you guys got a pretty nice shop. You got heat and air, and unlike here, this is, we got heat if it's warm outside. And it's nice and cool out here in the wintertime, so the air conditioning works good in the winter. Okay. Go back. Okay, so
yeah,
I think we'll have to take care of that.
That's good.
All right. Don't know who you are, Mark, but sorry. Time's up.
You don't want to see me.
I do not want to see that, and I don't think that that is something I want to talk about on my channel. So, yes, we have the whole engine ready to assemble. I have been recovering from surgery, so working on a little slower than normal. Well, yeah, well, Mark's not going to be putting no more foolishness on there. I just blocked him. I don't know who he is, but sorry. Yeah, well, I did see something. Maybe Buff made some kind of comment about you having surgery, so I didn't know about that. I hope you're recovering well. Surgery's not a good thing. Oh well, surgery can be a good thing, but I mean it's not something you want to have to go through, I guess is what I was trying to say. So, all right. And I actually there was one night this week. I usually go to bed early. I mean, I just do. And I don't get up early. So, but there was one night this week, and I thought it was Tuesday night or maybe it was Monday night. Anyway, I was having a hard time sleeping, and I woke up at like 1 o'clock, and it was like, it was like I was wide awake, and I thought, you know what? I never get to get in on Buff Del Campo's lives with Kim. I bet they're live. Well, I went on there, and that was one night you didn't have a live, so so that didn't work out.
I always seem to catch them after the fact.
Yeah, I know. I see a,
Yeah.
it's kind of like John Wilburn. I know he's going to be on every Friday night, but it seems like every time there's always something in that time frame that comes up. So I usually watch his later on. So, Stephen, do you know this mark? We will be back on the live shows in a couple of days. Okay, well, that explains it. All right. Yes, I did not see the AHR live on Wednesday. I didn't see that one either. And he does not know this Mark. So, okay, well, Mark is blocked. So, I mean, I don't. But yeah, some things are just not appropriate.
Yeah.
So.
I don't want that.
Anyway, I could make some comments, but I'm not going to do that. So,
Oh, we're good.
Yeah. Anybody ever use this stuff? Oops. I'll tell you something that I got at a car show here a while back is this stuff right here. I wouldn't have never bought this, but I'll tell you what, comes with this little thing right here, and all you do is drop that in the water. It dissolves once it gets into water. And that is the best grease degreaser that I have used. It turns into this. You can see it made a whole bottle of this, and I've used that stuff. This is not what's in here now, but I just never had heard of that WD-40 degreaser like that. So I don't know if anybody else has, but that's
I thought it was a lubricant.
well, WD-40 is actually a water displacement. It's not actually a lubricant. It was designed for the military. Let's see. But it does work. It does seem to work, but for that, but it's not technically a. You have a new subscriber, Kim Fixes Things. I only came to know of your channel now, but I think it's kind of channel I am in line with. Yeah, that's a pretty good channel. And Buff's channel Buff Del Campo channel is a good channel as well. They both kind of collaborate back and forth. So yeah, I will have to check out Rainy Day Auto as well. Actually, I might just do that right now. Let me go to here. Because, and what you say that was, Rainy Day or Rainy?
Probably
Day
use this as a little center console.
Yeah, yeah, that would probably work. Maybe.
It's like brand new.
A rainy day drive. I must not have spelled that right. How you spell rainy?
R-A-I-N-Y.
R-A-I-N-Y, day auto. Automatic rainy day. That's not it.
Maybe if you hashtag it.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Oh, quite possibly.
Let's see.
Or put the @ symbol or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the @ symbol will do it. @rainy day auto.
Okay, let me try that.
RAINY.
Looky there. Rainy Day Auto. Got some shorts on there. The 74 D100. That thing even looks like the same color as mine. Awesome. Well, I just subscribed to you as well. So let's see. Go back to RC Gardens, which, by the way, is one of my channels, my other channels, if you guys, are into that kind of thing. So Rainy Day Auto says, thanks. So Rainy is, so I'm assuming Rainy is her name. Oh, you didn't realize that. Okay. So Rainy is very knowledgeable with Dodges. Well, that's good to know. So let me ask you a question, Rainy. This Dodge was ordered with a special order 22-gallon gas tank, which was not the standard equipment for this truck. And so the filler neck is all designed totally different than the old plastic tanks that are normally up under them things, because you can usually swap them around and repair them and whatever. But the person that I bought this from bought it at the auction. Like I said earlier, this thing had been sitting since '92, and the tank had actually frozen, split the whole thing out. So he pulled that down out of there, went to the junkyard and got a tank for it, but never put it in. He gave me the tank when I bought the truck. Well, when I got the truck home, it was the standard tank for all these Dodge pickups, and the filler neck was on the wrong end. And so I have looked everywhere to try to find one of those, and I could have one built from some company up in Canada for like $1,500. And I thought, I'm not spending that. The truck's, well, I guess the truck's worth it, but it's not worth it to me. And plus, I don't have $1,500. So anyway, if you know where a fella could get one of them at. Okay, so she says, my name is Norma. Okay. And I'm very well knowledgeable about the A bodies only. And I am trying YouTube now. Well, hey, I'm going to go back and watch your video on that 74 Dodge for sure. I'm not watching it right now, but.
Correction, her name is Naomi.
Oh, Naomi. Oh, yeah. What did I say? Norma.
Norman.
Sorry. I said Norma. All right. Well, that just tells you how much on it. That's my education level. All right. Do you have a plastic tank or a metal? It is a plastic. Well, it was a plastic tank, the one that came out of it, I think. But that's a good question, because I never actually saw that one. So it may have been a metal tank. I don't know. I never thought about that. The plastic tank is the one that the guy I bought the truck from sent to me. Or sent with the truck when I went to pick it up. He was driving it off a gas can under the hood like I am. So, anyway, yeah, go figure that out. Oops. What I did there. I'm reading this off of here, and I don't know if that thing is keeping up, because it looks like somebody else.
It's that dude. Hiding dead bodies and trunks of it.
Okay, so I thought I blocked that dude.
Well, you didn't block him on here.
Oh, you got to block him on here.
RC Gardens over there.
Oh, well, let's just unwanted comment or contact, child abuse, hate, promotes terrorism, harassment and bullying, misinformation.
Hate speech.
Yeah, probably. And hide user on my channel. Okay.
Got rid of that finally. All right.
Was that a cat in the background? Cats are so hot. Oh my gosh. Okay, so remove.
That message is deleted. Where is he at the rest of it? Oh, so you have to do him all the time. So there's got to be a way, guys, to block this guy. I don't know how to do that. Oh, I hate spending time taking care of children that are probably adults. Okay. I guess this is why we have moderators on while we're doing lives. Makes sense. I always wondered why people had that, and now I know. I don't know if there's any more. There's Lars. We're pretty far up to the beginning. Okay.
Yeah, I know a guy that would do that for you.
Yeah, I do too. So there probably is a way to block someone, I'm guessing. Here we go.
And you had 16 people in there.
Wow,
at one point.
that's pretty cool.
That is good.
I wonder. Oh, Buff Del Campo's in there too. It says.
What's up, Buff?
Maybe make me or Kim and we know how to fix that. Okay. Well, how do I make you a moderator? You or Kim? I will do that because I can't figure out how to shut that guy off. So.
I think you got them all.
Well, I think I blocked it, but he can keep commenting. And then we're right back to the same thing again. So, 3 dots at our name. Oh,
Next to our name. Oh, okay.
okay. Channel activity, go to channel, pin message, remove, put user in timeout. Well, I don't want to do that. Okay, so let me look on here. Well, I'm learning something today on this live event, hopefully.
As soon as he said OnlyFans, I kind of knew where it was going.
Well, see, you're smarter than
my
I am.
knowledge, I think OnlyFans is a pornography site.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
I've never watched it, but
Okay, so Buff, I'm where you said to go, and my I have channel activity, go to channel, pin message, report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel. Oh, I see. So that's what I would do. Add as a moderator. Managing or moderator can block words and okay. Can review and remove chat. There you go. You are now my moderator, Buff. I hope you needed another job. But in the meantime, I'm going to go find that. I know how to get rid of the guy now. So that helps. Channel activity, go to channel, put user in timeout, use unhide.
you've already hit him.
I've already hit him.
Unhide.
Okay.
Wow.
And I already reported him. And put user in timeout. Yeah.
Timeout narration.
Well, how about life? I mean,
Weird.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I don't either. Hey, there's Buff. I don't know. I just clicked on something, Buff. If you don't want that, that's fine. I was just trying to figure out how to do it. So anyway, I don't think he wanted that job.
Oh.
Sorry. I don't know nothing about it. I'm learning. You guys are the ones that do to me, their lives, you guys are like professionals. It's like walking into it's like watching a news or an actual show that's professionally done or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. So it's fine. So you don't have to mess with the trolls. Well, so each time that I have a live, then I can pick somebody. So it's probably a good idea then, but when I go to set up a live in the future is to just beforehand get a hold of someone and say, hey, would you moderate for me? So, because it definitely, we don't need all that stuff in there.
And I could sit here on my phone and do it while we're doing it.
That's true. So if you're here helping me with lives, you could moderate.
Yeah, I'll have to learn how to do it. But yeah, I
Well,
can do that, no problem.
We're learning today, I think. so Buff is now moderating. So in the meantime, we've lost. We're down to 14 people because, well, one of them was probably Mark.
Mark Licklider.
Yeah.
Whatever
So,
it was.
yeah, it was some kind of licking something, I think. But anyway, I'm not sure about that. That don't sound right. So, okay. I will always be a mod until you shut me off. Just let me know when you go live. Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, okay.
well, if you don't want to do that now, hey, I understand. I didn't realize what I was just clicking buttons. I don't know, So.
You can change that.
Technically, we are professionals now that the channel is monetized, although I don't think they pay. The pay is worth it. Yeah, well, okay. So you weren't in on the beginning of the show. So, yeah, I'm monetized too. So, hey, 16 years of YouTube, and I did get enough money to buy this. So, and then I had to make modifications to it. So, yeah. So, yeah, YouTube is, but I guess what I was getting at is you guys' production on your lives. I mean, it looks professional.
Yeah, it's a lot better. I
mean,
don't know if you got special lighting.
You're zooming in and out, and you got them.
Looks good.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's all kinds of stuff going on. So
We've got a lot to learn.
there's JB. Howdy, JB. I mentioned you earlier when Lars was in here. I think a bunch of us are meeting down at Alex's in December at some point, and I do want to get with you before then, because if you still got that positive track third member rear end piece that you think will work on my truck, I might be interested in that. So, you just never know. I'm going to go get me some water. Talk to the folks.
Oh, God. I don't know what to talk about. What's up, JB? Kim's the engineer behind the cool cameras and computers. Good job, Kim. You always make good videos. JB says Alex has it. I told him to find someone that could use it. Okay. Well, I'll see you later, Steven. It's good talking to you, man. We are right in the middle. We're in Indiana, southern Indiana area. Steven had to leave.
Oh, bye, Steven.
Rainy Day Auto asked what part of the country you guys are in.
Southern Indiana.
Yeah.
Okay. But as far as a gas tank, I mean, I've got an 8-gallon tank, an 8-gallon fuel cell now mounted. Well, it ain't mounted yet, but I've got it figured out how I'm going to mount it in the back of that toolbox. And then Deet from down, he's the guy that does the tech for No Name Nationals, AHRA tech guy. And he told me how to, if I did that, because I told him what I was planning to do, and he told me how to do it.
so he would pass it on tech for next year. So, but it would be kind of cool if I could find an original gas tank for it. But since it was a special order tank, it could be that it was not a plastic tank at all. And I've been looking in the junkyards for a plastic tank that way, and so it may be.
Yeah. I thought it was weird that tank was plastic. But I don't. Did they put plastic tanks on old?
Oh yeah, my 75 had a plastic one. That's 78. Now yours has got the tank behind the seat.
Yeah, it's metal.
And it's metal. So okay, so Rainy Day Auto is in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Well, yeah, well, my wife and I just came through. Well, I don't think we came. I can't remember if we were close to Colorado Springs. We came the northern route home. We made a big trek of about, I don't know how many states, but a bunch of them, 3,000 some miles in 9 days. Or I guess we were insane. I don't know. But no, not really. But so we drove through Colorado. I had never been to Colorado, and I remember seeing some signs for Colorado Springs, but I don't know how close we were to that.
Well, when I hit the like button a little bit ago, there was only 5. Now there's 10.
There's 10 likes. Oh, well, I appreciate you hitting the little like buttons.
Yeah.
And I appreciate Stephen for giving us a super chat a while ago. And I appreciate Buff for now having a job when we do a live. I'm so sorry about that.
Sorry.
Oh, my gosh. So, let me just ask you, Buff, then where are we at with let's see, she's got the Dodge Dart, he's got the Valiant, right?
Yes.
So where are we at with the Valiant? I haven't seen anything on that lately. And what I really want to know is where we're at with the that car that's made in Indiana. He's got one of them old, what the hell are them? Yeah, I went totally blank.
It's not that red one, is it?
No, it's that old car that was taken apart and they have in their side shed.
Oh yeah, it's not an MG.
No, well, no,
It
they
looks
got one of them too. Oh gosh, they made them up here at South Bend, Indiana. The plant was up there, and they tore that plant down here not too long ago.
I don't know.
Maybe he's saying what that is. Anyway, I like that vehicle that you've got. So, oh yeah, Studebaker. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Studebaker. So that's another cool vehicle.
Yeah, those are cool little cars. I like the trucks too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was one of those at a car show. It wasn't
This is the big one we went to. Not
down in
long
Kentucky.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that video comes out tomorrow, I think. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, okay. Studebaker.
There's a guy around here that has one too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I've seen it at the museum.
Oh, the museum car show. Yeah,
Mhm.
which is a pretty good size one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever seen one. Those are really rad.
Let's see. And he's getting another project. Well, here's the thing. You see where I got to work right here in town, and the neighbors hate what I have now. What I would really like to do is get that burnt that burnt Chrysler Crossfire that Kim's got, and find me like a Ford, one of them, not an S10, but a Ranger, one of them little, about a 1990 Ranger, and throw the body off of it and put that burnt Chrysler on there and drive it. I wouldn't.
And you could build a roof.
Oh, I don't know. I just want it like that. I want the
like
rust. I want the burnt steering wheel, all of that. That's the way I want to drive
I don't know
it.
if you'd be able to legally drive that, would you?
Oh yeah, I can get some plates on it.
Plain strange automobile.
Oh, it's a Mercury Z7, which is basically it's basically a Ford Fairmont Futura. Cool. JB's, hi Rick. Alex has that. He's got that mini spool. Tell him you want it before he gives it to somebody. Okay, well I'll text him. I've got his
It fits a 8.5 rear end. Well, I don't know what I've got. I guess I got to get into there and figure that out. Huh? Because I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
We have a Ranger frame sitting here next to it. Well, you should put that together, Kim. I'm telling you, that would be the, if you could put that together, that would be your pole barn garage holy goat right there.
Yeah.
Because Dalton's channel, I've been watching Dalton long before he got the holy goat, and he was piddling around doing stuff and whatever. But when he got that holy goat, I'm telling you, his channel exploded.
Yeah.
So yeah, it fits a it fits an 8.5. So tell me, JB's little shop there. I didn't want to say your name because you might not want that out there. So do you? I mean, how do I know these things? How do I know that's an 8.5 rear end? Because I'm just.
Should be on the tag.
Well, there probably is a tag under there, so I could run the numbers on the tag on the rear end and find out what it is. Is that how I would do that? And I hate to even act so stupid, but I don't know.
I don't know anything about that at all. I figured it would be on the tag.
It may be.
Door.
Oh well, I
don't know.
I guess it does have a tag there.
Manufacturing tag. Right?
Yeah, because when I replaced all that metal under there, I didn't cut that bar out.
Let me go look at it.
I think it's locked here. The keys are up there on the hook. Right up there. No, right in front of you. Straight out in front of you. Take your hand straight in front of you. Right there, to the right.
Perfect.
Okay. You can look up a pic of the rear cover and find out. Oh, okay. Well, Eric went in there. He's going to go look at the tag on the. Oh, that's on the Dodge. It's the Chevy.
Oh.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh, you don't. Yeah, that one don't lock, I don't think. Okay. But it's on the driver's side of the Chevy there. So I didn't realize that was Alex. Okay, so yeah, he's already given me so much stuff. I hate to, but I will contact him. The Dodge probably has an 8 1/4. Okay, well. The Dodge will have an 8.25, which is an 8 1/4 typically. Okay, gotcha. See, you guys are way more knowledgeable than me. Well, I tell you, to be honest with you, every time I watch Kim's channel or Buff's channel, I always learn something because, just because I was a mechanic in the military, that don't mean anything. We worked on, I can work on a dozer. I can work on a pay scraper and a 3208 cat engine or something like that. But up there on that hook, straight in front of you, right there.
The thing says rear L78 by 15.8.
Oh, so that's the tires. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, is it?
Well, he says that JB says you can look up a pic of the rear cover and find out. So the size or the shape of the rear cover, I guess, tells us what it is.
And I would assume that would be factory rear end.
Well, yeah, I think it is. I mean, I don't know that. Well, who knows? The rest of the truck was pretty pieced together, but. Yeah. So yeah, Rainy Day Auto says the Herd 74 Dodge has an 8.25. Yeah. Okay. So, but we're talking about the Chevy back here right now.
Yeah.
That's the one that apparently Alex has the mini spool for. I got to get a hold of him. When were you here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
fun.
Hey, I would do that again. I had a good time. That was and driving that. Kim was pushing me in that my favorite car, which is the Chrysler Crossfire. She was driving me.
Yeah, you were riding it like.
I was like, yeah. But that Dodge pickup, that thing was hard to steer with that steering column thing. I'd never seen anything quite rusted out quite that bad, but Yeah, well, that should be. It's. I put so much time and effort in it to get it the way it looks now that I hate to get rid of it. So I'll probably drive it for a while.
Yeah, check out some of the videos.
Yeah, it's. When I bought it, the cab. I'm surprised the cab didn't fall off while I was driving it home.
Yeah, it's sad.
There was nothing left.
Between the bed and the cab, it was like this much of a gap.
Yeah.
I can't see what I'm doing, but it was sat real low.
And when you opened up the passenger side door, you could hardly ever get it shut. Well, it never would latch all the way, but because the cab had spread apart, the cab mounts on that side and the rocker panels were completely missing. Well, I guess there was a little bits of them there, but not much. So I had to take that all apart. Yeah, there's all kinds of video about that. It's probably got about a half a roll of wire off my wire welder. And those of you who watch the channel know what a great welder I am. So, you know.
Instead of the crossfire, it's called the lost fire.
The lost fire. Okay. We're getting some glare on that thing now. What's going on? Is these lights doing that? Nope. Okay. Well, see there again, we don't got professional lighting like some channels do. Yeah, the lost fire. I just think that's my favorite vehicle. But I don't have and quite honestly, if this wasn't such a nice car here, this body, I mean, I could probably cut the body off and put that other one, but yeah, I don't think the wife would care too much if I cut up the convertible, but
now wait a second. What is a crossfire? Is that a Chrysler?
it is a Chrysler, yeah. And this
Well, it would fit.
is a Chrysler. I don't know if it's on the same body. This one looks a little longer than that.
Really?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know. Help me carry this thing over here.
The generator?
Yeah. First, let me move this a little. I got a project coming up on the channel. Oh, here, I'll help you. It's heavy. I'm just making a place on the table. Because it may crush the table.
Really?
There's a handle right there. So there's my project coming up on the channel. I got to get this thing. I got to get her fired up and running. It's got spark, and it actually fired on me, and I thought it was going to run. But the problem is the carburetor here. She no worky. It just you put some gas in here, and it just keeps on going. So yeah. So this is coming up on the channel. This is a 1953 Home Light generator, and so yeah,
we made a Floyd video.
We did,
didn't we?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, Eric, I might just buy this thing, charge up my Tesla.
Well, I'll tell you.
Lars likes those Floyd the Barber stuff. So the Crossfire is a Mercedes platform, different hood and plastics. Okay, I thought that was so it's on the Mercedes platform. I thought that was a Chrysler. But it's
I don't know.
Mercedes, yeah, I don't know.
Maybe
She can clarify that. Whatever it is.
It's cool.
Yeah, cut up the wife's car. Yeah, that wouldn't go over too well. I don't think so. The Lost Fire, yeah. Well, I just still think it's a groovy car, man.
So made for good video content.
Well, yeah, that was fun. Well,
got 12 people in there still.
cool.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's a big thanks.
Very cool.
Eric's
we're not very entertaining, but
Eric's going to be working on his channel too. I'm going to help him some. We got to get his when the No Name Nationals gets announced in December.
For his Christmas, I'm gonna buy him or register him, and that way his channel can grow. I don't know how many subscribers have you got.
I got around 250 right now.
It's got about, so you're about halfway there.
Yeah.
Because he wants to be able to bring his Dodge pickup down there next year. So
Yeah, it's unique. There isn't another one like it.
no,
It's a 200. It's got low mileage, and it's got some custom racks in the back. And
yeah, he's got some stock racks on it. The thing with his truck is I didn't realize you couldn't get 16.5 tires. So his rims are 16.5s, and he bought some chrome rims or some, well, they're like a magnesium aluminum brush, whatever they are. And they're pretty cool looking, but they're 16.5s as well. So we haven't had good luck in finding some 16.5 tires. So I guess, I don't know what the answer is going to be.
Probably just have to sell them.
Well, yeah, if we can, maybe we're the suckers that bought the 16.5 rims because you can't.
Well, I had no clue.
I didn't realize you couldn't buy them. Oh, it was when in the Daimler Chrysler days. Gotcha. Okay, that's why. All right. Well, I know it just shape-wise of the car, it made me think of this. Can't remember what that car's called. What is that?
That is a Sebring.
Oh, Sebring. Yeah, that's right. It just kind of makes me think of it. Of course, yours is shaped from the burn and the wreck and pushed around by the loader. So,
but the basic body style is still there, though.
Yeah.
You can tell what it's supposed to look like. It
Right.
kind of does remind you of like a Mercedes.
Yeah, it kind of does now that she says that.
Yeah. Must have been a high-end Chrysler.
Oh, I'm sure that was not a cheap vehicle. That's for sure.
So, yeah. Well, anyway, so that's what we got going on. Coming up on the channel soon, you're going to see this thing. We're going to get this thing running. And we're going to get the new carburetor and stuff put on the Chevy. And we're going to get the fuel system, together on this thing. So, because I would actually like to drive this some. This thing's got 3-speed on the floor. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So,
is reverse up here?
Yes.
1, 2,
It's
3.
just like 1, 2, and 3, just like on the shifter.
Yeah,
but
same.
It's just moved from here to there. Yeah. So. Oh.
I like it.
Oh.
Bring back them H pattern shifters.
Yeah, exactly. The interior is a bit crusty. Yeah, I remember that seat being not too comfortable. And so I would admit that you'd probably have to put some seat covers on it. Maybe some foam. I could probably find some foam at the garage sale or something, but yeah. Anyway, I still think it would be an awesome car, man. I ain't kidding you. And I'd be willing to come down one weekend and help with it just to get it transferred over onto a frame and running, because I'm telling you, that would be your holy goat vehicle for the channel. And that's my opinion. But all right. Every year I'm on the power. I go to Power Tour every year. The last 2 years, the vehicles that I was getting, last year was this Chevy, and that was when I realized the cab was falling off of it, so couldn't take it. And the year before that, I had the 76 LTD project, and got right down to where I was getting ready to leave, and one of the lifters exploded. So both times I had to drive this Sebring convertible. So that's what I took on Power Tour the last 2 years. But yes, I do Power Tour. And there's other channels that are involved with the No Name Nationals that do the Power Tour as well. In fact, if you go to Buff Del Campo's channel and or Kim fixes things, I'm not sure. But they actually, the route this year went fairly close to their home or to where they live. And so they took a lot of video and footage of some of the cars as they made their way through that little town. So you could always go and see if your car is in their video. And I've got some videos out there of Power Tour for the last 3 years. The first year I went, I had the 79 Chrysler 300. And so we did video that year. That was a hot one. The first day down in Memphis, I never seen so much heat and humidity. It was crazy. So
Pool noodles.
yeah. Well, exactly. That's
You got a bunch of those.
yeah. That's what Kim used, I think, when she packed. She had some places on her seat.
Really?
I used that. This seat was bad too. And what did I use? Oh, here I used a bunch of these. I had went to a garage sale and bought some of these foam cushions. And so, yeah, that Chevy back there, before I put the seat cover on it, it's got a bunch of these and duct tape holding them all in there. So.
You just kind of fall in.
Now, one of the things I want to get done to the Chevy, you want to help me hold this up? So, one of our subscribers, Ben, he gave us this blanket for that truck. And I was going to use it for a seat cover, and then I found some seat covers. But now what I'm going to do, since the headliner's out of that thing, I'm going to take the cardboard insert out, and then I'm going to lay it down and clean it and glue it, and then I'm going to glue this blanket onto it and then put it up on the ceiling in that truck. I think it'll look pretty cool. So that's a project I got to get done. But if you guys got a YouTube channel, you know how many projects you got, that's for sure. There's tons of projects.
Randy Day says use Gorilla Tape.
Gorilla Tape. I have had pretty good luck of putting material on them old headliners, as long as you scrape off all that insulation fiberglassy stuff that comes loose. You can usually get it to stick pretty good. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, to be honest with you, the duct tape that I used on that seat underneath the cover, I said duct tape loosely as a term. It actually was the black Gorilla Tape, because that's the stuff I like to use. So, yeah, Gorilla Tape's pretty rugged. I've probably got about 5,000 miles on that truck now, sitting on that old seat with that Gorilla Tape. I mean, it's not come apart yet. I mean, you can tell if you rub the seat cover there, you rub your hand on it, you can kind of tell where the tape's at, but it hasn't come apart. So, yeah. So we got projects coming up, and definitely hope to be able to take both vehicles down to the No Name Nationals next year. Hopefully, he gets to take his down there. Not sure how we'll get them all down there. May have to get somebody to go with us this year or something. I don't know. Another driver. Maybe we tow one. I don't know. That didn't work out so good for JB and them. But, well, I think they didn't. I mean, other than, the vehicle broke down on it, I think. So, yeah. We had to go on a long walk this year to find you and Alex. We had to go on a long walk this year to find you and Alex. Okay.
Where are you seeing that?
Right there. Oh, at Power Tour. That's right. Yeah, that was day one down at Bowling Green. Yeah. Oh my gosh. They had us parked. Now I've been to that racetrack. That's not the first time I've been there on Power Tour either. And I could not believe it. First of all, it took 2 hours to get into the venue just from out on the highway. I think, what is that, like a 5-mile stretch? That was insanity. And then when we got there, they had us parked clear out in the end of the park down by the turnaround. Oh my gosh, that was ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, power to her, man. Yeah, well, you just got to let me. I mean, I don't know. There's so much going on in this brain. You know, it's working all the time, man. Just ain't working like it's supposed to. Okay. I saw. Speaking of things that my brain just popped into my head. So I noticed that video I watched of Lars or LP94 recently showed that he was talking about his truck and he was doing some, and I saw them tomatoes in the background growing on that fence, and them tomatoes are unbelievable. I hope to really be able to grow some of them. I saved some seed out of that one you gave me. I'm hoping I can get some plants again this year. So. The Crew Cab Dart channel. Okay, well, the Crew Cab Dart. Now that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know about that channel, so
I have to check that out though.
Yeah, I just like the name of the channel. We are in southern Indiana, about an hour northeast of Evansville. So, projects. So this winter, we got a lot to get done here. And we got to work on his truck too. Not only are we looking for the tires or something that will go on there, and some rims that will fit on there that aren't 16.5s. I don't know what we're going to have to do, but we got to find something. But we've also, we need to get his up in the air. And he had some brake work done on it about 4 or 5 years ago.
4 years.
And I think the adjusters, we need to make sure that the adjusters are working on them right, because it seems to pull. And also the front tires are, and so we got to get it up in the air and see if we got a ball joint done out or what's going on. I'm not sure. So we got to look at that.
Yeah, you hit them brakes so it goes off in the center lane.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that's got to be the adjusters. If that year 72 should have automatic adjusters. If it does, then one of them's probably stuck or something. So we can fix that, I think. Yeah, I'm still kicking. So I look forward to seeing all you guys in December down there at Alex's place. That'll be cool.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it will be. Oh, Steven's back. Okay. All right,
What's up,
cool.
Steven?
Yeah, we're still here, bloviating.
Still got a little coffee left.
I don't know what else projects wise. I mean, that camper shell I'm going to go get. I'm not going to keep it on the truck all the time. I don't think. I don't know. I might. I like the idea of it. I love those old camper shells, and so the thing that is really throwing me off about putting the camper shell and leaving it on there all the time is I've got all my stickers on the back window. So I may have to take the heat gun and heat them and take them off and then put them on the back window of the.
Ooh, that sounds risky.
Yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to do for sure yet. So we tend to be instigators of get-togethers. Well, hey, that's fine. I actually, when you guys were all up in the northwest corner of the country this summer, I was like, that'd be fun to be up there. And then I was like, oh my gosh, that's quite a drive. And I don't like flying. So it's not that I don't like flying. I don't like checking out through the airports. I like to carry a pocket knife. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't fly anymore. So, yeah. Well, does anybody think they know the brand name of those lights on the front of that Dodge? Oh, watch your shoulders. Them fog lights there. I've been trying to find a name manufacturer name on those because I really like them. And I'm going to straighten up the bumper best I can, and I'm going to clean those things up. They actually work. The ground is bad on them right now, but you can fool around with them and get them to come on. So, oh, those are KC lights, you think? Okay, well, it could be. I have found that my driving limits are around 1,600 miles one way. I can understand that. We drove. We did 3,000 miles, a little over 3,000 miles. We left here and drove. The first day we drove to Oklahoma City. That was a long day. And then the second day we drove to Gallup, New Mexico. That was a long day. And then we went down south of, the Grand Canyon, but I was trying to think of the little town we stayed in. Then we went up to the Grand Canyon, and then we went to Prescott.
Dodge City?
No, forget what the little name of the town was. But then the fourth day, we went to Prescott, Arizona, and visited Tony's Hot Rod Garage. And then we drove to Las Vegas, which is in Nevada. And then when we left Las Vegas, we stayed there a day or so, left Las Vegas, and we went up into, what is the state?
Nevada?
Not Iowa, not Ohio.
Dakota?
No. Well, it's next to Colorado, and in between Colorado and Nevada there, whatever that is. That's where Devil's Canyon's at anyway. We went there, and then we went on into Colorado, and then Kansas, and then Missouri, and on back home. So we did, that was, but we did that in 9 days, so that's not bad. But Utah, yeah. Is that what somebody said? Oh, yeah. Yeah, they both. Well, see, they know more about what I did than me.
That's a 74 Dodge?
That's a 74 Dodge.
74 Dodge.
Yeah.
Pro, it bought 43.
Oh, yeah. Well, and quite honestly, probably this year on Power Tour, I'll either take the Chevy pickup, or if I've got this one running by the time it comes, I will probably drive the Dodge. I don't know yet. We'll see. But the Chevy runs good right now, other than the carburetor situation, which we talked about earlier on this live. So we get that taken care of. I think we're going to be pretty good to go on it, because it runs good down the road, and it does 11.25 on the 8th mile currently, just with 2 barrels of the 4-barrel working. So yeah,
without the
you got no loud intake sound. So yeah, Utah. Well, I tell you, so Arizona. Oh,
how'd the cam work?
It worked. It's good. Everybody said I was crazy for putting that used camshaft in there and used lifters, and well, you don't know which lifter was on what lobe of the cam. And I'm like, yeah, well, okay. It didn't run before. So that part's working real good. So, yeah, that's not been the problem. I was thinking that was probably some of the problem, but that wasn't the problem. That's right. So Buff wasn't in here earlier. So I'll get you caught up here. In case you haven't watched the videos, which I understand because I don't get to watch everybody's videos either. So the Chevy, you know how it was running when we were down at the No Name Nationals. It's running super lean, no vacuum. The vacuum at best is 14, and so definitely. So when we got home, I was like, I'm going to take the intake manifold off, because everybody kind of agreed that it almost acts like it's got an internal vacuum leak, and it did have. If you watch the video, the intake gaskets, there's a bypass from the exhaust on the heads that runs across that manifold on that ear, and those things were leaking. And one of those was leaking internally, and it did not have the little bypass. Those bypass have blocks on them, so the bypass is great big, but you put this little piece in there and it makes it a small hole. It didn't even have those in it, because the gasket set I bought when I put the thing back together didn't come with those. So I put that in there. And it ran not any much better. Might have ran a little better when I put it back together, but still didn't run right. Still, and so I was thinking, well, it's got to be a vacuum leak somewhere else. And I had sprayed some stuff around the carburetor, but I didn't get real crazy spraying stuff around the carburetor. So I drove it around for a couple of weeks. Well, last week I was like, we went to a car show, drove it down to Kentucky and back, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to find out what's wrong with this if I tear it up. I mean, something's wrong. So I got it out here. It was warmed up, and I started spraying that carburetor base and the intake manifold, and I started spraying up around in the carburetor. You can't hardly see back in there where the leak is at. So the leak is on the rear butterflies, the throttle plate on the passenger side, and that's where it leaks. When you get the spray in the right area, that thing revs up. So my options were, if I'm going to stay with that Quadrajet, is to buy a throttle shaft, not bearing, but sleeve kit, and I could have done that. But what I did was took some of the money that I've made from the 16 years of being a YouTuber, and I bought that adapter plate, and then we bought a Holley 600 CFM carburetor. It's one of them reman carburetors that Holley sells, and they're basically new, but they've been returns. That's exactly the same carburetor I put on that 79 Chrysler, and it ran really well. So that's what the plan is, because that's where this, we apparently had 2 vacuum leaks going on that I couldn't identify. So now that they're identified, I'm hoping that this carburetor clears all that up. So,
Hey, Jason.
oh, and Jim's Fastback Garage is in there too.
Oh, hey, Jim.
You can get 16-inch wheels for Eric's truck if it's 8 lug. Yes, it is 8 lug.
Okay.
Indirect connections in there too, Jason. You said that, didn't you? Okay. You'll see you soon. I'm actually at work, and my boss is asking for reports. Oh, yeah. Well, hey, no problem, man. Thanks for coming in and joining. Yeah, Steven, Jason. Yeah, we were just talking about you a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So when we get this Dodge running, we're trying to rally everybody with the Slant 6 for the No Name Nationals coming up next year. So I know that, I think it's a Belvedere that you drove on Power Tour. I think that's got a Slant 6 in it. So anyway, you may have to try to take more than one vehicle down there this year. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to drive that one and that one, because he's wanting to, if he gets his 500 subs, he wants to drive his truck. So we'll have to figure that out when the time comes.
Well, if you get a trailer, we can pull it with my truck.
Well, that's true.
You can drive.
Oh, I get to drive it? You don't want to drive across that bridge with the trailer?
I'm very inexperienced driving trailers. I'm not very good.
Yeah, that's 67 Belvedere. That's what I thought. All right. So, back up here. Yeah, so Jim's Fastback Garage, we might be able to find some 15 or 16, even, I don't know if 15-inch wheels would fit over your hubs, but the 16-inch 8 lug should, yeah. I told you about those ones that are sitting alongside the road for free.
Yeah.
Though you're going to be going by that tomorrow. So stop and look at those, and if those are 8 lug, I think they're free. Somebody's just trying to get rid of them. So
I'll drive my truck.
Yeah. Try to see what those are. So
I don't think they fit in Honda.
Let's see. However, we have a second Slant 6 car that hasn't received the attention it needs. Ooh, stay tuned. Well, good. I think the Slant 6s are fun.
Yeah.
Stephen Holtz. We have a call up between our. Yeah, we need to. Yeah, we'll have some calls. Have some fun with that.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of cool things you can do with these Slant 6s. I mean, obviously, I've seen Kim's modifications on hers just with putting a different carburetor on it, a bigger carburetor. but like I said earlier, I want this one to be stock running down the track the first time so I can compare the numbers. Kind of like what we're going to do with the C10. I know what it'll do with that old leaky carburetor that I had on it this year. I want to see what it's going to do next year with that Holley 600 on it, and it hopefully running well. So, and Jason's wife car. Oh, okay, yeah. So she's got a slant six as well. Then okay. Oh, she has a '65 Valiant.
3 on the tree.
Oh yeah, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, we got to rally up on them old cars down there. I mean, Buff's got his Valiant, but his I don't. Has this got a slant six in it? Buff, does yours have a slant six in it? I can't remember.
Also,
I haven't watched one of your videos on it for a while.
I think it'd be interesting to race all them with the H pattern.
Oh yeah,
transmissions.
Right. So just have some 3 on the tree races.
Yeah. Because
Of course, I wouldn't be able to do that with mine because mine's been converted to the floor. So.
Yeah. Well, you could because it's still.
Maybe I'd have to pay points to be able to.
I'm just talking. I'm just talking manual.
Yeah, manual transmission. Yeah. Yes, his has got a slant six in it as well. Okay. Oh, that's right. I remember that on the channel. That was early on. Yeah. See, I forget. I've watched some of this stuff, but I forget.
3-speed is 3-speed. That's right.
Okay, well, cool. Then I qualify. I don't have it. It's not on the tree anymore. It's on the floor, but yeah, his is still up on the column. And I tell you, whenever we do a short, if I'm riding with him, like if we're going someplace in his truck, and I just do a short of him shifting that thing, I'll get 5,000 views on that just because people don't know what it is.
Yeah,
I guess. I mean, when I grew up, that's what every car had.
Probably, yeah.
Well, guys and gals, and all my pals, as Russell would say from Outfits Garage, we've been on here close to 2 hours, so I guess we've taken up everybody's time enough. I do want to say again, thanks for all the super chats and for all of you that have joined the channel. And like I said, that's where some of this money came from to do this over here. So, because you guys know what it's, well, even that remanufactured carburetor from Holley is still, several $100s. So it's not what a new one costs, thank goodness, but or a brand new one. So is it in the 63 Fairlanes 1973? Oh, so yeah. So anyway, thanks to all of you guys for doing that. And don't forget you can go buy if you need some RCindustry stuff. We don't have this shirt on there, this type of shirt, but we got hats and we got the other shirts you see me wear most of the time. We got hoodies on there. In fact, I just ordered me a hoodie because it's going to start getting a lot cooler around here. So I wanted to get me a hoodie. So yeah, go there and check it out.
What color options do you have?
We got black, gray, and white. Everybody wants a white hoodie and a white t-shirt.
Yeah.
But the black ones and the gray ones, are pretty popular.
Cool.
I bought a bunch of them and gave a bunch out this year at car shows, and at the No Name Nationals, we gave a bunch of them out. And, I think, of course, the darker colors went quick, but the white ones, I guess people have got them. So he is saying, so they're talking a Ford 6 here, a 200. That's what my 66 Mustang had in it, was a 200 slant 6. Or I'm sorry, a 200 Ford 6-cylinder. So it has a 200 head on it. Correct indirect connection. Cool. Well, oh yeah. Oh, is that what you do? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it helps.
Oh, cool.
I've been doing it on my phone.
Oh, okay. Well, I kept seeing that heart thing, but I didn't know. I need to get caught up on here. Let's see. Hit them all, baby. I learned something new. I didn't even know you could do that. Okay.
That's all I know how to do. So,
The intake can be machined off, and multiple carburetor intake plates can be installed. Well, groovy. I know there's a lot of cool stuff for the slant sixes. 4-barrel. Well, that's right. So there's a video coming up. I forgot about this on my channel. It'll probably be in a couple of weeks. So there's a video coming up of a car show we went to, and they had a Volare. Some of these folks had a Volare, maybe like a 78, 79 Volare. And it had a slant six in it, and it had a split exhaust manifold. So it had dual exhaust, and it had a 4-barrel intake on it. And the carburetor was that big around.
wow.
And it sounded really cool. And they had pretty loud pipes on it. It sounded really cool when it was running. See, I learned a lot just by the chats.
Yeah.
And even though we've got Buff working, he's still chatting, so that's good. Buff, by the way, is our moderator for today's show. He didn't really plan on that job, but he did get that job. And we appreciate that for him being there for us on that.
So what's Jim been working on? Jim Fastback.
Yeah. Get us update. I'll tell you the last thing I watched was where he walked around and showed his property in the fall with the leaves changing and stuff. So, and there was some pictures of his cats on there and some things, but gave me a job. I know. I after I did that and realized what I did, I was like, oh well, I'm sorry. I guess I should have asked first. But you taught me something, so that was good. Now I kind of know. So,
I kind of hate to end this.
yeah.
You have 11 people.
I just bought a 78 206. Actually, that 206, that's what my, you remember when you were little, that Maverick I had that had the plaid top on it?
Yellow.
Yeah, it was kind of a yellowy color with the plaid top. That had a 206 in it. Oh, so Jim's just picked up a 65 Mercury Comet.
Wow.
And I don't know what that
Caliente.
Caliente?
Build Super 6. Oh, nice.
Oh, well, that's cool. Yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah, he doesn't
call him out.
Yeah, yeah. He doesn't live. He lives about 2.5 hours from us, maybe 3. Depends on the roads.
He told me, and I forget.
Yeah, I know where he kind of lives, so we need to,
that would be
sometime head up that way, maybe. Caliente equal hot. Cool. Well, I might have to look that one up because I don't know I know what the Mercury Comet is, but the Caliente package, I'm not sure about that.
Nice.
That's funny.
Yeah, Steven knows what he's talking about.
Oh, yeah, I would say that. Yeah. Oh, I see. That equals hot. I got you.
Yeah, you got you.
Groovy. All right.
So if I want to put some Caliente sauce on my taco, it's going to be hot.
Okay. Yeah.
I get it.
I got some. I need to go out to the garden now. I got a bunch of jalapenos out there that need to be picked.
It's
But
Caliente.
It's caliente. Yeah. But I've already made enough jelly, jalapeno jelly. I don't think I need to make any more of that.
So,
Okay, I think we're going to end it. We're coming up on 2 hours. That's been long enough. I appreciate all of you taking your time out of your day. I know most of you are probably working or doing other things. And
thanks a lot.
Yeah, it's a big help. And we are trying to get our watch hours up. I think we're close to 4,000. We're monetized and we make some money off of some of the stuff, but it keeps fluctuating. It gets up close to 4,000 and then it comes back down. And so that's kind of why I thought maybe these might help. So I don't know. besides, it's kind of nice to be able to learn something. I've learned
Well,
quite a bit on here today.
I had a blast.
And I appreciate all of you being here. And as always, we're making it just like brand used here, baby.
Yeah.